Hi and welcome back to MMA Nuts. I'm here with Marcus Kowal, and who's going to be fighting again, and we have some questions for you. So first of all, I wanted to say congratulations. You've just had a son, correct?
Yeah, just had a baby and he's 5 months old now.
And you've also opened a second gym, a second systems training center. That's correct too, right?
Yeah, correct. We opened a second gym up in Encino, Systems Training Center in Encino. Gabe Rudiger from the UFC Ultimate Fighter is my partner up there as well, and got a couple of great black belts. Gabe obviously, and then Matt Polino, who's a great black belt teaching jiu-jitsu up there as well. And here in Hawthorne, we've grown a lot as well. So it's been a lot of work, but I love what I do, and it's a pleasure to have all our members.
You're traveling to Thailand as well, and I know you're fighting on the 28th of November at the Bonaventure Hotel in downtown LA, but you're traveling to Thailand as well.
Correct. We're going to Thailand. We're actually going to Thailand the day after the fight. So traveling down there. We're going for a wedding and to a country that I've been wanting to go to for a long time. Obviously, being in the sport that I'm in, and hopefully get a chance to fight down there as well. That's the goal. So we'll see what happens.
So you've been fighting mixed martial arts professionally, and I know you've been fighting kickboxing professionally before as well. You go into boxing now, professional boxing. How come?
Well, I've been in mixed martial arts for some time now, but I come from a kickboxing boxing background. Originally kickboxing, but I decided to start working boxing as well because I wanted to improve my hands. And then I've been doing a lot of boxing, amateur fights as well, Golden Gloves, Tighter Boxing World Championships, so on. Been lucky to have the opportunity to train with some great boxers back home in Sweden at RBK, where the original the only Swedish heavyweight champion came from, Ingman Johansson, RBK in Gothenburg, and worked with some great guys over there and great coaches. And I've had great experience both in Mexico and here as well, training with the late Chicanito Hernandez. His brother was my coach, Rudy Hernandez, and been able to spar with some really great fighters over the years, and being that we're part of that stable. And Carlos Hernandez, who's was always someone that I looked up to, the only world champion boxer out of El Salvador, and he actually just sent me a text the other day, and that was nice to get the support from him as well, and obviously a very talented fighter. So I've had great sparring, I've worked with some great fighters, and I've had some great coaching as well, so it's not like I'm new to boxing per se.
I understand, but at the same time, don't you feel that you're too old, that you're too slow maybe at this point?
I wouldn't say I'm too old, and I'm definitely not too slow. 29 is not old for the sport anymore. We eat healthy these days. We know more about training, nutrition, and I train all the time, and I haven't slowed down at all. So no, I wouldn't agree with that at all. I think I keep up. I keep the same pace and same speed as I've always had, and I train with that team, and I know what I do with our team and how I keep up with them. So no, I would completely disagree. Speed and power doesn't have anything to do with age per se. At some point, obviously, it will do, but it's more to do with how you train. And as long as you're active and you train well and you eat well and take care of yourself, you can go for quite a long time. Look at Randy Couture. He was training for competing at the highest level for a very long time. We just saw Dan Henderson, even though he lost this weekend, but he's still at the very top of the food chain in the UFC, fighting at 45. So no, I've got
well,
years to go.
We have some inside information, and we spoke to a couple of your teammates who say over the past couple of years that you've slowed down tremendously.
My teammates told you that I'm slowing down and I'm not training as hard. So since when do you have insights to my team and what we do and how we train, and who's telling you that? I think you make things up sometimes.
So you have a baby and you have 2 gyms, and I can just imagine that it must be difficult to train as much, and it must be difficult to sit on 2 chairs at the same time, correct? We spoke to your teammates, and they did mention that you've slowed down tremendously over the last couple of years.
Well, I can ask you the same thing. I can ask you the same questions. Like, I haven't seen you do any interviews lately. I've seen a few, but I wouldn't say they're very good. And do you stay on top of your game? I stay on top of my game. I train all the time. I stay in the gym, and you say you're talking to my team and they're telling you things. I speak to journalists and they will think you're crap. You think they think you're worthless. Here you go again. Why are you always being so negative with your questions? I don't understand.
You're fighting a guy who's 5'10", at 141 pounds. He's 5'10", he's 20 years old, he's younger, he's most likely a lot faster than you, he's got that reach advantage. Yeah, at 20 years old, I'm sure he's a lot hungrier than you are as well. It seems like all the check marks, looking at them, are in his favor. It looks like the bets are going to be in his favor as well. What do you think about that?
Yeah, my opponent is taller, he's younger, he's a lot younger, and yeah, he will have some reach advantage, and I'm not concerned with his speed, and I think I will keep up, and it's always the same with you. It's always the same questions, and it's always the same negativity. Do you ask everyone the same questions, or is it just me that you do that with? You said you weren't gonna be disrespectful this time around, and it's the same thing. I don't understand this. Can we? You know how I like to fight? I like to fight you. That's what I'd like to fight.
I don't understand the hostility. I haven't personally attacked you. I'm doing my job as a journalist, and I'm just trying to promote your fight that you have on the 28th of November at the Bonaventure Hotel in downtown LA, and coming here to Systems Training Center, trying to help you with. I don't care. I don't care about you. I don't care about your career. Do what you want. But personally attacking me is completely pointless. I feel like you know what? In the words of Larry Merchant to Mayweather, I wish I was a little bit younger, even though I know I'm your age.
See how
so I
you
can
keep
kick
up
your
and
ass.
see how you do with me. See you by that speed and the reach advantage and the age. I'd like to fight you right now. Actually, can we just cut this?
Let's just cut it
be
here.
done with these
I'm
damn
done as
interviews
well.
with this guy. It's no point, clown.